If you're serious about baking, there's really no way around shortcut pastry. It's one of those recipes you have to know. You can make it manually with your hands and a few tools, or you can make it with a food processor. I'll show both ways here. And it really only has these 5 ingredients. Just add the flour, the salt, the sugar. Then you blend it. It's far the easiest to do on a food processor. And then you have to chop up the butter into very small pieces. And when it looks like these, like old brands or something like that, it's done. Then you just add a little bit of egg, and you keep chopping until it collects itself into a ball, like this, and it's done. That's easy, yeah? You just press it firmly together, collect it, and then you roll it. Start from the middle and go out toward the sides, and just change so you make it round, and make sure to add a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick to your tabletop, or if it becomes too hot it might stick too much too, then you could put it into the refrigerator. And you can use your pie pan to measure how large it should be, just like I did. And it has a tendency to stick to the bottom of the pie pan. So I do it like this. I take a square of baking paper, then I fold it in half and fold it in half, like this. And I do it as much as I possibly can. Then I put it in the center and measure it to the edge, cut it. Then we have a sort of roundish piece of baking paper that fits perfectly. Now I roll it off the rolling pin carefully, and then I press it towards the edge. Cut off the superfluous dough. And then you will have a very nice piece of pie crust, but if there are any holes, you can take some of the leftovers and close them. Then make some holes in the bottom so it doesn't rise too much, so the air and gas can release. And now I'll show how to make the shortcrust pastry manually. And it's easiest if you have a spatula like this, and cut the butter into small pieces. Just mix them into the flour and do a chopping motion like this. We want to cut up the butter into small pieces just like we did in the food processor, only manually. If you don't have a spatula like that, you can use your fingers. That works very well too. Just press the flour into the butter pieces, but it is easier with the spatula, I must say. And now it has about the same consistency as before, where it looked like a bit like oatmeal. And we just add the egg, like before, but on the table, and continue with the chopping motion. Then we just press it firmly together. You don't have to knead it, you just need to collect it into a ball. And from there on, it's just like with the machine version. And when it's baked, it looks like this, and it's easy to make and incredibly flexible. So enjoy. And you can find the list of ingredients and the recipe on kvalifood.